This is the Bison Football Show with Coach Matt Entz, hosted by Jeremy Jorgenson, and presented by Gate City Bank.
The big play Bison added 4 more long touchdowns to the resume this weekend, and they added, a lot of plays and some exciting moments. Josh Babbage with the big long touchdown. The Bison are 10-0 and rolling into the final 3 games. Here to discuss his 10th win in 10 tries, head coach Matt Entz. And coach, another victory. Great job by you and the guys. What was the week like preparing for Western Illinois, because they did have just 1 win coming in?
Well, it was a good week. I thought our kids were focused. We practiced inside because we were back in the comfortable confines of the dome again after being 2 weeks on the road. So our kids went into it with the right mindset, I thought, and that was we need to take care of business. We challenged them and said that Western Illinois was 1-0 the week before, just like we were, and we need to make sure that we're prepared to win.
Guys came out with great energy too, didn't they?
It is. It's something we routinely talk about, and you go back and look at the first 10 games, the games in which we start fast, meaning we're getting first downs, we're getting stops, we tend to play well throughout the course of the game. Yeah. When we have some hiccups earlier, some setbacks early, sometimes we get in our own way. And those are learning things that we try to just talk about with the team week to week and keep reminding them that starting fast is critical for this group.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was a great game. Let's roll the tape and the first half highlights and break this thing down for you. First half, Bison got things rolling real early. Park River has a very good baseball program. Jackson Hankey playing a little center field here early.
He did, a little cover 2. I believe this was a 3rd and 4, and they were trying to take a shot on us. He did a nice job. You could tell he looks like he's a little winded right there. I'll have to give him a bad time today in the office.
Yeah, no doubt. Offensively, I thought your group was rolling from the get-go.
They did. Here you see Trey taking just an easy access throw, and Christian Watson making the most out of it.
Ty Brooks had a nice day. I thought showed some explosiveness like he always does.
He does. When he's healthy and he's at his best, he's as good a back in the FCS as you're going to see, especially even between the tackles.
It's kind of big to get points early in this ball game, wasn't it?
It is. That's going back to what we talked about as far as starting fast, getting on the scoreboard, and getting the offense going and getting that continuity created.
The tackling on the edge has been fantastic this year. Josh Hayes, Marquise Bridges, they're some good tacklers, aren't they?
They've done a great job. This is a little flat route, and a great job by Josh Hayes. And Josh continues to make plays for us, playing at a high level right now.
The defensive line, I thought, had some intensity, didn't they?
They did. Those guys, Coach Williams, Coach Gazer do an outstanding job here. You see Spencer Wagey doing a great job of getting to the quarterback.
Boy, Trey Lance and Christian Watson are developing some great chemistry, aren't they?
They are, and I think it says a lot about both these young men, both young, relatively young football players, have a great continuity. Trey has trust in so many weapons on offense.
What'd you think of how Dimitri Williams played?
Playing better. You're starting to see, I think he's getting over that injury that slowed him down early in the season. And for him to have 2 touchdowns here today was big.
During the week, did you recognize there was going to be some opportunities against the Western offensive line to get some pressure?
We did. We thought we could do it with 4. And here you see Derek Tusko, who I consider one of the better defensive ends in the country, making a huge play on a little counter play.
Boy, Trey Lance, just tremendous agility, awareness, and athleticism.
Great job. But I think you got to, again, clean day for him. I think we had no sacks. Credit the Rams, the Chiefs, everyone on offense of keeping our quarterback untouched.
Punt return has been a real highlight this year with special teams. That group's done a great job, and Trevor Height has really stepped in and done a nice job for you.
He's done a really good job. Going into the year, our #1 priority was to make sure that we had the ball at the end of the snap. And Coach Morgan, our corners coach, continues to do a great job of putting together a game plan each week. And Trevor's just gaining more and more confidence. And you see the guys that are getting excited about big returns.
Time to throw, keeping Trey Lance clean. It's all on display right here.
Great job by the Rams right here. Coach Blazic, again, continues to work with those guys. And 3rd and 11, finding James Kaporis again for a first down.
Yeah, it really was. Jimmy's done a great job on 3rd down. Spencer Wagey, I thought, had a really nice first half.
Had a good first half. Again, getting back to the quarterback and finishing. I think we had 5 sacks on the day. That tells you a lot about the pressure we were able to apply on the quarterback.
This tight end group, they have 14 touchdowns after this one, but it's not all in the red zone. Look at the explosiveness from Josh Babbage.
As I told some people yesterday, 2 years ago, he was the wide receiver on scout team that always emulated the best players from an opponent. For him to take that one like that, I'd like to say it doesn't shock me. Very talented young man.
27-0. Boy, Tuska and Karts just dominated up front in the trenches.
They did. They just keep coming. Both of them have great energy, and they just do a great job working together there.
We talked about Josh's tackling. Josh Hayes has good ball skills also.
Does. Second pick of his career right here, and great return. Getting our offense down there in the high red zone and a potential opportunity to score.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, hey, this was a really good good first half for the Bison, no doubt about it. 27-0. You see the score on our Nodak Insurance first half scoreboard. The total yards, 343 to 104. Passing yards, 241 to 55. Trey Lance was locked in the first half. Before we get to the second half, let's get to know Jackson Hankey from Park River.
This is Would You Rather with the 2019 Bison, presented by Gate City Bank.
Would you rather go fishing or hunting?
Hunting.
Would you rather go skydiving or cliff diving?
Skydiving.
Would you rather go camping or stay in a hotel?
Camping.
Would you rather shovel snow or swat mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes.
Would you rather swim in a pool or a lake?
Pool.
Would you rather drive or fly when you're going somewhere?
Actually, I take that back. Lake.
Okay,
My bad.
lake?
Lake. I meant to say
all right.
lake.
Would you rather drive or fly when you're going somewhere?
It depends on the distance. Fly.
Okay. Would you rather walk 10 miles or go to the dentist?
Huh. I'd probably rather walk 10 miles, to be honest with you.
Would you rather bite your tongue while eating something or step on a Lego?
Lego.
Would you rather sit on a beach or a cruise ship?
Beach.
Would you rather confront an alligator or a bear?
Alligator.
Would you rather be thirsty or hungry?
Hungry.
Okay. Would you rather sit in a tractor or an office all day?
I gotta say tractor.
Okay. Would you rather watch a movie at home or go to the theater?
Home.
Would you rather drink coffee or juice in the morning?
Juice.
Would you rather own a fancy house or a fancy vehicle?
House.
Coach, 27-0. What was the message in the locker room?
Well, we needed to clean up some of the penalties that we had throughout the second quarter, and then there was a couple series that ended in the red zone or high red zone, and we missed a field goal, and then just ran on downs because of a penalty. So just efficiency and cleaning up some things. If we want to be as good as we can, we need to eliminate some of those errors.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's roll the second half and break down third and fourth quarter and wrap up this Western Illinois weekend. The Harvest Bowl. Boy, Trey only ran it 3 times, but he had lots of real estate when he was running it, didn't he?
He did. And again, you see him creating some extending plays with his feet and getting another big first down for us early in the third quarter.
Christian Watson, once again, the full arsenal of athleticism. Just a big play, another explosive play.
It is. An easy access throw, just a hitch out in the open, and Christian's able to make a guy miss yards after contact, and he's got great speed.
Missed the PAT, it's 33-0. Switched quarterbacks, they went to a dual threat. It was a different look for a little bit, wasn't it?
It was. We had seen him on film, and at this time, we're starting to get some young guys in the game, but he did a nice job of scrambling here to put him or get a first down.
Clint Ratkovich is a nice player for them. They have some nice individual players, and 25 gets in the end zone.
He is a good player. Crete Monet, Illinois, really good football player. I remember when he was coming out of high school.
You know, Ty Brooks in traffic, we talk a lot about it, but he's just so elusive and reads things well in the pile, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. I mean, he's patient, and then he has the acceleration to hit it when he sees the opening, and he's always falling forward, even regardless of how big Ty is.
Dimitri Williams doesn't have the speed of Ty, but he has some of that in the pile as well.
Well, he would argue with you, of course, but he did a nice job here, and then, again, getting his number called again to be able to score for this touchdown here from the 1.
Yeah, 40-7 at this point, so you had a nice start to the second half here. Now, as you mentioned, some of the younger kids are getting in. Luke Wirtz, linebacker reps. The more reps he gets at linebacker, the better he is. He just needs reps to learn the system, doesn't he?
That's what it takes, and the only way to get them is on Saturday. You can practice all you want, but nothing can emulate game day.
Well, identical twin brothers are on the D-line on this play, and they both make a play.
I get used to it, Bison fans. These two are going to be pretty special young men, and Both are probably going to be playing around 270, 275 one of these days, and really excited about both Eli and Will Mostart.
Yeah, the Mostart twins did some nice things. This one got the crowd revved up, a bobbled touchdown play for Western Illinois. It certainly looked like it might have hit the ground, but the replays did show that it was a touchdown. So it's 40-14 at this point. And then you get Jalen Bussey in, and he becomes a little bit of a story, doesn't he?
He is. Jalen's a young man from Tampa, Florida, and we've had great success with running backs out of that area. And Jalen actually, he knows Bruce Anderson, and outstanding speed. It's taken him some time to learn how to run between the tackles. In high school, he was more of an edge threat.
Nice. Kick coverage, get a takeaway. Those are important, in a game, in a playoff situation or a tight ball game. These types of things are huge.
It is, and this kickoff team right here is made up primarily of a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
And to see them fly down there and make a big play and get our offensive ball back in the red zone is critical.
Well, you gave Will Cardinal a shot. Just give him a game situation kick here.
It is. A young man from Totino Grace, walked on, he's done a real nice job, has a big leg, just need to continue to work on consistency.
What'd you see from the 2s and 3s on Code Green? There's a few teaching moments, obviously, in the film room that'll help them.
Oh, definitely. The missed tackle here, and we just do a poor job of keeping the cup. I will say this, Dom Davis, a senior, has a torn ACL, found a way to make a few plays for us yesterday, and really excited for him.
Some of the guys that fought injuries, Dylan Evans got some reps at defensive line as well, and here's another explosive special teams play with Mr. Bussey.
He's got a great motor, and when you have two guys with similar skill sets, you don't want them, stacked on top of each other in their class.
And here he gets loose again for another touchdown. He had a fun day.
He did, and you can see he's worked hard to be comfortable running between the tackles, and I think he scored twice on 2 power schemes.
Yeah, no doubt. 57-21, that's the final on the Nodak Insurance final scoreboard from Gate City Bank Field at the Fargo Dome. 57-21, the Bison are 10-0, total yards 690. That's a record in Missouri Valley play for the Bison in the Division I era, 690. Rushing yards, 352 to 169. Just an awesome day offensively for the Bison. Let's hear what the players had to say after the game.
Really execution by me and Trey and the whole offense. He just looked the other way to get the safety's eyes and just threw me a perfect ball. I just had to outrun the defenders.
It's great. It's something that you dream about as a kid, and being able to play college football, it's very rare, and it's a blessing that I'm able to do that. So being out there and being able to play today, I felt great, and it was amazing.
We're always emphasizing turnovers. The ball is really what matters. As long as we can keep our offense on the field and keep their offense off, 600 and some yards today, you want our offense out there.
This team's very together. We're all about each other, seeing each other succeed and everything. And that's part of the reason why I chose to be a Bison, because it's a family, and that's what's most important.
That was one of our goals at the beginning of the year, was conference champion. That was probably the number one goal. So we just need to take care of business and do what we know we got to do.
Always fun to hear from the players. Hey, the Bison offensive juggernaut produced another player of the game this week. Folks, Christian Watson is emerging into something very, very special at wide receiver.
The player of the game, presented by Nodak Insurance Company.
Watson caught 4 balls for 121 yards and another deep score. It's the second straight week with a touchdown of over 50 yards. Watson has an impressive athletic skill set, and he and Trey are developing some great chemistry.
I think the touchdown today was just kind of like a play that happens all the time in practice. Just catching a hitch route, getting to the outside, giving a stiff arm, and just beating him down the sideline. I take pride in my speed as a wide receiver, so just knowing the safety has an angle on me, I just tried to outrun him, and it just my speed came through for me on that play.
You see his confidence continue to grow, don't you?
You do, in all facets of his day-to-day life. He's practicing at a high level. He's doing well in school. It takes time to gain. And we always are in a race for maturity. And here's an example of a young man who's starting to really come into his own right now. The things that we thought he could do. This
offensive pass distribution. We're going to look at some numbers here. It's so impressive how Trey is spraying the ball around. Coach Tyler Roll doing a great job calling the plays, and Coach Hedberg. You look at the receivers, the tight ends. The tight ends are producing touchdowns, running backs, fullbacks. Everybody's involved. What sticks out to you there?
Well, I think we're attacking all four corners of the field, and we're making people have to defend everything. You can't just narrow in on one receiver or one tight end. It's all of them, and they're coming in and making big plays and making the critical plays, and that might be just a 3rd and 2 play. But also the other thing that you don't see on this graph is the amount of downfield blocking that this group's doing as well, and they're critical in our run game also. Yeah,
Hunter Lupke had a big game this weekend, and the fullbacks, 10 catches there. So many weapons on this football team. Trevor Height is one of those weapons, and we talked a little bit about it, but the punt return game, what did you see from Trevor in the offseason that made you trust him to put him back there?
Well, Trevor's a young man that's worked back there. He's practiced back there. In 2018, we had a guy by the name of Darius Shepard who's playing with the Packers right now, returning kicks. But Trevor's always been he wants to be back there. And it takes a different type of player, very confident player to be back there, because at times it can be 1 against 11. And he's done a great job of getting north and south, but most importantly, we always have the football at the end of the play, and that's number one goal for us.
6th nationally in punt return yards and 10th nationally in punt return average, so very impressive for Trevor Height. A couple of dings and dents in this game, Jabril Cox and Cole Karch, and James Kaiser missed his 2nd game. Where can you tell us about these guys as far as where they're at?
Yeah, I haven't been in and visited with our medical staff today. I know I walked out of the facility with Jabril yesterday. James practiced a little bit last week, and from what I understand, Cole's at full strength after the game. It was more, we were up, precautionary. If we can get him out, let's do it.
Yeah, no doubt. A bunch of tough guys right there. It'll be hard to keep those guys out of the lineup for sure. So be nice to have James back as well. Good football player. It was the Harvest Bowl. Agriculture, a big part of North Dakota State University and North Dakota State University athletics. We'll talk about that connection. Stay with us. Welcome back. This weekend's game was the Harvest Bowl, which is a celebration of agriculture. The ag community is such a big part of North Dakota State, and it's not just in the student body. A lot of the players on the football team have come from this lifestyle, and it means a lot to them.
Today's Bison football feature story is presented by Olaf Anderson Construction.
The Harvest Bowl has been played 45 times in the last 47 years. Its aim is to celebrate excellence in agriculture, education, and athletics. And the ag community and the Bison football community overlap, including some on the NDSU football team whose roots are on the farm.
Everyone knows that once I'm done playing football, if it's after college or NFL, whenever it is, I'm going to go back and I'm going to farm.
Spencer Wage's family farms in South Dakota, and while he hones his football skills at NDSU, he's also honing his farming skills.
So I wanted to come to school and also be able to play football as well as learn a little more agriculture that I can take back to the farm.
Another Bison deep in the farming community is linebacker Jackson Hankey. Hailing from Park River, Hankey says his ability to put on a Bison uniform every Saturday and learn more about the agricultural field Monday through Friday made coming to NDSU an obvious choice.
It's a really great fit for me. It's exactly where I wanted to play football, and I've always been, I grew up in an agricultural family, and I wanted to pursue a career in agriculture, and this school kind of offered the best of both worlds for me.
Hankey's family has been dealing with the harshness of Mother Nature over the last couple of years.
But if there is ever a group of people that can get through it, that will be resilient in the face of difficult times, that is probably the agricultural community. So as bleak as things may look at times, those families will definitely have a lot of perseverance and should be able to get through it.
Much like a football team's mindset when dealing with their own adversity. For the Bison Football Show, I'm Alex Egan.
Coach, the farming life means a lot to some of those guys on the football team. There's a lot of kids that came from farms on the football team.
There are. There's a number of guys throughout our history of our program in the 6 years I've been here that ranchers, farmers, it's a special group. They bring a needed toughness to our program and discipline and work ethic. So you're going to continue to see those type of kids recruited to this program.
Bison football and Bison athletics salutes the farmers for sure. Hey, the Bison brand in North Texas is strong, and it is starting to deliver talent to the program. NDSU has themselves a speedy receiver in this true freshman group from Plano, Texas.
The future crop of Bison, presented by Peterson Farms Seed.
Braylon Henderson has 9 brothers and sisters in his family, so he knows a thing or two about how to navigate a crowded position. Football is big in Texas, and Braylon's family is locked in, especially his mom, who really knows her stuff.
My mom was pretty stoked because whenever she found out it was NDSU, she did all the research. She's a really big on football, so I mean, once she found out it was NDSU, she freaked out because, you know, the program and the history and the culture they have here. So,
Coach, it's always good when mom knows something about football, right?
You know what? When you can get mom on your side, you got a shot at every recruit. So
yeah, no doubt.
That's a valuable lesson right there.
Tell us about Braylon a little bit.
Outstanding. You know, he's in a wide receiver room that has a ton of talent right now, but he is a young man that's traveled with us. He's dressed. He's played in a game. He really has some tools. Plano East High School, 7,000 students. You know, and he's excited. He's excited to be here. And he said, Coach, every year, you know, we know when the Bison fans show up in that area and of the Frisco, Allen area, you know, and so he was excited to join us, and he's going to have a really good career for the Bison.
Yep, 9 brothers and sisters. He knows how to fight for a position. There's no doubt about that. Hey, next up, we have another football game for the Bison. It's the Coyotes. We'll talk about it. Stay with us. Well, Coach, another home game. That's always exciting to be in the Fargo Dome, so 2 in a row. I think the guys like being at home and enjoy playing in the Dome.
Oh, definitely. Anytime you can practice and play in the Dome and have the home field advantage like the Dome creates and get to sleep in your own bed on Friday night, I think it creates it's a good sense. And our kids enjoy being here in Fargo, and especially senior game. We'll recognize all our seniors on Saturday. It'll be a big one for us.
Yeah, no doubt. It's the South Dakota Coyotes, and Bob Nielsen, the head coach at South Dakota. You have some unique connections with Coach Nielsen, don't you?
I do. I played for Coach. I worked for him for a brief time at Western Illinois. Have a ton of respect for him. I've always made a comment, besides my grandfather and my dad, he's probably one of the most influential people in my life. I don't know if I'd be sitting in this chair if it weren't for Coach Nielsen.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys on the staff that have a connection as well, not just you.
Noah Pauley, Nick Gazer,
yeah.
Dan Larson, A.J. Blazik has a connection to him. So
wow.
I'm probably missing somewhere along the way there. But Coach is a good man, and he's a really good football coach. You just look at his career highlights and his career record. He's a winner, and we're going to have to play really well because they're going to go up tempo. They're going to try to run as many plays as they can. So I'll get it in now. We need the crowd to be as loud as they can because they're going to try to communicate at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt. The Coyotes have had some moments this year. They have some talent on that football team. The Bison will strap it on again this week and take on the Coyotes. We'll see you out there. Be loud and proud. The Bison are 10-0. Enjoy it, everybody.